Hi, I'm Jeff Brown. I'm the creator of Sophistry, the game of half-truths, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to play Sophistry in Arena mode. Now, Arena mode is a special gameplay mode that is designed to play the game with large groups of people, and in addition to that, it needs one person who can act as a facilitator. So this is a gameplay mode that is really handy if you're doing events. Like, for example, I do a lot of workshops and conferences, or sometimes I go and do events where I speak to students. And this is a great way to play sophistry when you have a really large crowd of people. And the way that it works is you, as the facilitator, basically MC the game, and everybody in the crowd organizes themselves into teams of, say, 3 to 5 people, and they play all together in their teams. So I'm going to show you now how this works. So the way I've set up my screen here is I'm simulating as if there's one person who's the facilitator who's going to use this large browser here on the left, and then we're going to imagine that these two browsers here are, for example, smartphones that are being used by two teams that are going to play the game. So let's imagine that you're the facilitator and you're gonna MC one of these sophistry arena games. So the first thing that you would do is you would, using your phone or computer or whatever device you're using, you're going to start the game. So you go to sophistry.co and click Start a Game. And you're going to set it to Team Arena Mode. Give it the game name, give it whatever password you want, and we'll say 3 rounds of play. We'll leave it on safe for work. One thing about Arena is that these are 3 rounds of actual play, but it's also going to have 3 rounds of practice play beforehand. So this game is actually going to have 6 rounds. Once you've filled out the form, you click Start, and it's not necessary, but when you play in arena mode, I strongly recommend that you use the play-by-play screen option, which is an option that allows you to actually broadcast the game onto a large screen in the room so that everybody can see it. Now, I'm not going to show that now. I'm going to show it in a future video on how to set up the play-by-play screens. But just keep in mind that whenever you play in arena mode, it's really good if you have a big screen where you can show the game. But anyways, moving on. So I've just created the game on my device, and now the teams can go and they can join. So each team has to go to sophistry.co on their smartphone or other device and click on Join a Game, enter their name here. Let's say John. The game name, as you can see, it's this demo, and the password ABCD. And then he clicks Join, and as you can see, it randomly picks a team name for them, and they show up on your screen. And now the next team is going to join. Let's say Susan, game name again, demo, password ABCD, join. So now we have 2 teams, which means we have enough to start. You can have a lot more than 2, but 2 is the minimum. And so we're going to click Start a Game. And just like in the other game modes, it allows you to see the logical fallacies before you begin to play. And each team can see them on their phone as well. So let's say we've read through our fallacies and we click Ready to Play. Now the way this works in arena mode is that quotes are randomly chosen, and arena mode is also timed because you don't want to have teams that are taking forever to answer, right? So as you can see, each team gets the quote on their phone and they answer it. Let's just do this randomly. Once each team has answered, or when the time has run out, you get the results. As you can see, we're still in practice round, so nobody's getting any points. So once everybody has read through the results, again, you're the facilitator, so that's why you're the only person who has this ready to play button, because you're controlling the pace of the game. So once you feel that everybody's ready and you've explained what happens, you can click ready to play, and it's going to give you another round with another quote. Soft one, kooks. That sounds like that's an appeal to spite. So practice round 2, and you go through it like this. So this this is round 3. This is going to be our last practice round. I'll just answer them randomly. So now, after practice round 3, we're now going to get into the actual game, and the teams are going to be playing for points. So the flow is exactly the same, it's just that they're going to get points when they answer correctly. Another thing that's different about playing in arena mode is that you can have a lot of teams in arena mode. So normally when you play in multiplayer, it's the first player who answers who gets a point. But in arena mode, if you have many teams playing, it can actually create a scale of points where you might have, for example, the first team to answer correctly might get 3 points, and then the second team to answer correctly might get 2 points, and so on. But it depends on how many teams are playing. In this case, we only have 2, so it's only going to be the first one. But if you have a really large number of teams, then it's going to introduce a point scale. And this is the last round of play. So once the game is over, you get the results from the final round, and each team can see on their own phone. They can look, just like in multiplayer, they can look at the scoreboard, they can see the recap of the game, and so can you. And that's how you play Sophistry in arena mode.